first of all, how do we find the volume of a rectangular prism? Well, we take the base times height times width, length times width times height, however you want to look at it. So it shouldn't be base, it should have been length, because base is the bottom of something. Length times height times width, or length times width times height. So when we do this, we want to multiply all of these out. So we're going to take this times this times this. So underneath my square root sign, I'm just going to write each of these numbers. So I've got 5 times 10 times 2. Now, why can I write them underneath the square root all at the same? Because they're all under a square root sign, which means I can place all of them under the same radical symbol. So now, can I simplify this out any further? Yes, we can go ahead and just multiply this out. So 5 times 10 is 50 times 2 is 100. So I get the square root of 100. Can we break that down? Is that a perfect square? Yes. That equals 10. There's the volume of my rectangular prism is 10 meters. Okay, so let's try one more of these. I'm just going to change one of these numbers. So instead of that 2, let's change it to an 8, square root of 8. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. What if I change the height, this right here, to an 8? So this is going to be the square root of 8. Okay, so we're still going to do the same concept. So we're going to go ahead and do our radical symbol, and we're going to put each of these numbers underneath. So 5 times 10 times 8. So if I go through and do 5 times 10, that gives me 50. 50 times 8 is 400. Okay, so now I've got the square root. Oh my goodness, I can't draw today. Of 400. Okay, is that a perfect square? Well, we can check our calculators, and some of you will know that yes, it is. It is this 20, and then I'm going to just put my meters on there. Okay, so that's just applying some things, working with the concepts that we were out of the lesson today, maybe somewhere where it may take place. Yes, it's a more advanced skill, but I want you to keep plugging away. Remember, when you've got story problems, it's going to be tying in with the activities that I was having you practice earlier in the lesson. So the key thing out of this lesson is making sure that when you have non-perfect squares, you can simplify if they have the same label or the same square root behind them. You can simplify the numbers in front by following whatever the operation symbol is. If they ask you to break down a square root or simplify a square root itself, go through and do your prime factorization, circle pairs. Those pairs go on the outside, just writing each number once. And then your non-perfect or non-paired groups are going to go underneath of your radical symbol. Then simplifying within each of those if there's multiplication that needs to occur. Keep working through this, guys.